Long ago, in the mighty kingdom of Persia, lived a beautiful and humble Jewish girl named Esther. Orphaned at a young age, she was raised by her wise cousin Mordecai in the bustling city of Susa. Unbeknownst to her, fate had already chosen a unique path. When King Xerxes banished Queen Vashti for defying him, a royal decree was sent to gather the most beautiful women in the land. Esther, despite her modesty, was taken to the palace. She found favor in the eyes of everyone who saw her, especially the king. She kept her Jewish identity a secret, as Mordecai had instructed. Eventually, King Xerxes crowned her queen, unaware of her heritage. Though royalty now draped her shoulders, Esther's heart remained tethered to her people. She would soon face a choice that could cost her everything, or save a nation. Among the king's advisors was a prideful and wicked man named Haman. He rose to power quickly and demanded that all bow before him. But Mordecai refused. He would bow to no one but God. Enraged, Haman plotted not only to destroy Mordecai, but to wipe out all Jews from the kingdom. He tricked King Xerxes into signing a deadly decree, setting a date for the mass slaughter of the Jews. Fear and mourning swept through the Jewish communities as the day approached. Mordecai tore his clothes and put on sackcloth, crying out in the streets. He sent word to Esther, urging her to speak to the king and plead for their lives. But Esther hesitated. Approaching the king uninvited could mean death. She was terrified, torn between her safety and her people's fate. After deep reflection and fasting for 3 days, Esther made her choice. "If I perish, I perish," she whispered with resolve. She donned her royal robes and stepped into the inner court, where King Xerxes sat on his throne. Seeing her, he extended his golden scepter. She was spared. Gently, the king asked what she desired, promising up to half his kingdom. Esther, wise and cautious, invited him and Haman to a private banquet. At the feast, she made no request, but invited them again the next day. Haman, drunk with pride, bragged to his friends about dining with the queen, but his rage reignited when he saw Mordecai still refusing to bow. That night, he ordered a gallows built, tall and ominous, for Mordecai. Yet something greater was already in motion. That same night, King Xerxes couldn't sleep. He ordered the royal records read to him and discovered that Mordecai had once saved his life by exposing a plot to assassinate him. The king asked what honor Mordecai had received. None, he was told. Just then, Haman entered, hoping to request Mordecai's execution. Instead, the king asked Haman, "What should be done for a man the king delights to honor?" Thinking it was for himself, Haman described a grand parade with royal robes and a crown. To his horror, the king ordered, "Do so for Mordecai." Humiliated, Haman led the procession. The next day, Esther revealed Haman's plot at the second banquet. "He seeks to destroy me and my people," she declared. The king rose in fury, and Haman, begging for mercy, sealed his fate. Haman was hanged on the very gallows he had built for Mordecai. The king reversed the decree, allowing the Jews to defend themselves. On the day of the planned massacre, the Jews triumphed over their enemies. Mordecai was promoted, becoming second in command to the king. Esther was honored as the courageous queen who saved her people. To commemorate this deliverance, the festival of Purim was established, a celebration of courage, faith, and divine providence. Esther's story reminds us that even in silence, God is at work. She didn't have a sword, but she had bravery. She didn't wear armor, but she carried wisdom. And in a palace of power, she stood alone, for justice, for truth, for her people. Her voice, once hidden, became the sound of salvation. If this story touched your heart or sparked a new perspective, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and tap the bell icon so you're always the first to hear our next inspiring tale.